What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the week of February 9th, 2020, and I was just going to give you guys a quick rundown of what I've been playing this week and what I plan on playing in the upcoming weeks. And it's been quite an interesting gaming week when it comes down to it, but let me know down in the comments below what you guys have been playing or what you guys plan on playing, any games that you're looking forward to coming up. But yeah, like I said, it's been quite an interesting week, so let's dive right into this. So starting off, I think we ended at Need for Speed Most Wanted 100% last week. Really glad to finally get that done. Don't know where I'm going to go from the Need for Speed franchise. I mean, I can do all the games, but I don't know where I'm going to go. But that was for last week. But something that I want to talk about before I talk about games that I've earned trophies in this week is Beach Buggy Racing, because I tried to put a little bit of time into this game and try to finish it because it's been on my list forever, and I really just haven't gotten around to finishing it up. So originally I played this on my account, a North American account, right? And if you don't know anything about this game, there's something weird with the miles that makes it like way easier on an EU account when it comes down to grinding miles. So I ended up buying it on an EU account because it was on sale one day for like £2 or £3 or something like that. So I bought it, I picked it up. So when I downloaded it from the EU account, it turns out that the saves aren't compatible. So the North American save isn't compatible with the EU save. And in the upper right-hand corner of the game, it kind of tells you how many trophies you've earned for the game that you're in, right? So when I started the EU one up, even though I had earned trophies in the North American version of the game, it said I had earned no trophies. So I was playing through and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to be playing on the EU account. Wow, thank you, computer. I was like, I guess I'm going to be playing on the EU account, so I need to play back through all of the tournaments and everything. So I started playing back through the tournaments, unlocking the characters, and I was trying to make some progress, right? I wanted to get the game done. I want to get it done. It's been on my account forever. It'd be nice just to get it done. So over the weekend, I was putting in a decent amount of time playing through, doing everything, and then I went to go do something, and I wasn't at my PS4, and I was like, yo, I have a great idea, because I had just played like an elimination race in the game, and I was like, I have a great idea. The elimination race, when it ends, so it'll end in like 5-10 seconds. Within a few seconds, a 5-second countdown starts, and if you're in last, the game ends. Now, when you're in last, it gives you coins, right? So I was like, what if I just AFK this? So essentially set up my turbo controller to turbo X and then rubber band the R2 button. Because essentially what that's going to do is R2 is going to drive me forward. So it'll get me miles. I'll be able to AFK miles. And then on top of that, when I am just going through the menus, I'll be able to just blast through the menus and it'll start the race right back up. Because it doesn't go to retry, it goes to continue. So when you continue, it then takes you back to the menu. But then the menu is hovering over the last race you did. So it just keeps entering me back into the same race. So I was like, okay, I'll just AFK this. We'll see what I can do. So I think I AFK'd it for like a few hours, come back. I had like 100,000 coins or something like that, which is pretty good. You need 1,000,000 coins. And then I had a decent amount of miles. I think I was like a third of the way through the miles that I needed to drive. So I was like, this is great. So I put the game down. I didn't close the application. I put the game down for a second. I think I like went and ate dinner, but I stopped playing, this is kind of stupid of me. So then I come back and I start to play it and I'm like, oh, I'll start playing through the next tournament or whatever. So I come back and then the game blue screens on me. And I'm like, what the hell? So then I load the game back up and it literally deleted everything that I had did that day. So all the races that I had done legitimately and then all the races that I had like AFK'd, it literally got rid of all of them. And I was like, what the hell? It literally deleted all of my progress that I made like Sunday on the game. So I kind of got a little butthurt and I was like, okay, I'm not playing this right now. This will go back to the folder and then I'll finish this like when I finished everything else and I'll just come back to it. But I made the decision today to kind of mess with the game more or less. So what I'm going to do is, because I kind of want to get all the I don't know what'll happen if I like earn like half the trophies in the NA version and half the trophies in the EU version. I don't know if the platinum will pop. I'm not sure how that'll work because I don't know if the platinum is recognized from the game or the platinum is recognized from the actual trophy list itself. Because what I'm thinking is like, what if I AFK the money and the miles and then with the money I buy upgrades to do all the 1,000 HP championships to do 5 of them, because essentially you have to have 5 cars at 1,000 HP to do 1,000 HP championships. So I was like, what if I AFK the miles, AFK the money, upgrade 5 cars to 1,000 horsepower, do the 5,000 horsepower championships, and then do the rest on the other account. Because I need to beat the championships because I have to unlock the characters for some of these trophies, right? So I was like, what if I do that and then like, let's see what happens? Because the biggest thing with this game is the miles. Once you do the miles, everything else is really easy, or it just takes a little bit of time. It's just smashing, 50 of these, 100 of these, using certain, attacks when other attacks are being used, which you can do with 2 controllers. So like, it's really easy. It's literally just the miles, the money, and then the championships that are like the hardest. So I was like, what if I do half of it on the EU, and then when I get the hard stuff done on the EU one, I switch back and do the other half on the NA. Let's see if I can like earn all the trophies without actually earning the platinum, because that would be kind of interesting, right? To be able to earn all the trophies but no platinum. And before you say, hey, Snickel, that's not possible, it is possible. It happens to people on Rage 1 actually a decent amount. So I would be kind of intrigued for that to happen. So I kind of put the game down and I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing this shit anymore. Like, this is garbage. And then I was like, you know what? Let's try to break it. So that's what I'm currently going to try to do is I think I'm going to go back to AFK and the miles and the money on the EU game, get all that hard stuff done, do the championships, and then kind of not delete the EU one yet, but re-download the NA one and then play the rest of the stuff on the NA one and then kind of see what happens, because I'm kind of intrigued, and I'm sure everyone else is kind of intrigued too. So that's kind of what's going on with that. I was gonna put it like on the super back burner, but yeah, it just didn't happen because I want to get it done. I just want to get it done. And then another thing that I can touch on right below it that didn't earn any trophies this week but made a little bit of progress is we started to play Strange Brigade through on extreme difficulty, which is one of the DLC trophies. It's actually the last DLC trophy I'm waiting on to platinum this. So that's coming along. We got through 2 chapters. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's 9 chapters in the game. There's 8 with collectibles, and then there's a 9th. So we're about a quarter of the way through the game. We were going to do more, but Simon had to leave, which is fine. So we're going to just try to pump through, make progress. I would like to try to get it done this weekend. That would be a goal, because we were kind of playing through and doing the collectibles. And then I was like, if we don't do so I don't mind doing the collectibles, but if we don't do the collectibles, then we can like blow through these levels in probably like 20 to 30 minutes. If we do the collectibles, you're looking at another like 45 minutes or so, like total 45 minutes to like an hour to probably get through the levels if we're looking for collectibles. Because I was just trying to remember them off the top of my head, but I couldn't remember all of them just because I made those guides like 2 weeks ago, and I've already kind of forgot because I've moved on to other things. But yeah, we're making progress on Strange Brigade. It is what it is. Once I get that last DLC trophy, we'll then knock out the platinum, and then we'll be done with that. Another Rebellion game done. I'm not sure what'll come next, but maybe Sniper Elite. I don't know. We won't get into the Rebbyverse right now. I don't know if I talked about that last trophy talk, but essentially doing all these Rebellion games is kind of like something that I've kind of come up with, just because I think Rebellion is kind of like an underrated developer when it comes down to it, and publisher. Like, they made some cool games, man. So I kind of have a lot of this stuff done, or I have the ability to do it. So like, I have Strange Brigade's going to be done, Zombie Army Trilogy, I've done Sniper Elite 3, I've done V2. So I guess it's not a lot, right? But like, I have the multiplayer done for Rogue Warrior. I have the multiplayer done for AVP. I have the multiplayer done for Call of Duty World at War. So like, I could do those 3 games. Got Never Dead the other day. I talked about possibly stacking Sniper Elite 3. I don't know how I feel about that one. And then, doing Sniper Elite 4, Sniper Elite V2 Remaster, and then I have Zombie Army 4, which I would like to start Zombie Army 4 soon. We'll talk about that in upcoming. But the game I'm definitely staying away from is Battlezone. I will touch Battlezone after I've done literally everything, and I will be like, maybe, just maybe. So if I want to get risky, but those are a few games that I played this week that I didn't really earn trophies on, just kind of played through them. So up next we have Shadow the Ronin. I don't know if I talked about this one last. I don't know if I played this. So I started playing this on the 6th, which would have been like last Thursday. So no, I definitely didn't talk about this game. So this is another one of these games that came out by Gilson B. Ponce. I think it's Ponce. I don't know how you pronounce it. I thought it was Points, but there's no I in there. And it's just one of these like asset flip games that he's kind of known for at this point. He did like Spear of Destiny. He did this. He did Samwell. He did There was another few that he did. One of them got removed from the store, but there's a few others that he did. So this one came out like a week or so ago, week and a half ago, and it was like $5.99 or $4.99 for people that had Plus. So it was basically $5. I was like, fuck it, I'll pick it up and give it a try. It's more hot garbage. So picked it up, played it on stream. Really not that easy. I mean, it's all of these things are just the same enemies over and over again. It's just, it comes down to finding them, because at first I thought like, okay, if you kill one and then you don't die, you run around and try to find another one, that the next one you find will be different. Because that's kind of how Samwell was like when you ran around and tried to find bosses. If you killed one, you didn't find a duplicate of that one anywhere else. That is not the case with this game. I literally would kill one and like walk over to where they were saying another one was, and it was the same one that I just killed. So when I came down to kind of grinding the very last boss, which I think was this Toshiaki one, what I was doing is I was going in the level and I would run around until I found like the first dragon. And if the first dragon wasn't the one, then I would just restart the level, because there's an option to restart and it basically just resets the world that you're in. And then I would just do that over and over again. So that was the most efficient way that I kind of found to get through that. There'll be a platinum video coming out for that shortly, but that's just another one of those shitter games that I was like, oh, let's give it a try. So got that done nice and easy. Up next, we have Resident Evil 5 on the PlayStation 3. It was kind of out of nowhere, but not really. We've been talking about this over the last few weeks. The main goal for this was we were doing the Versus Pack. We were just doing all the team mode stuff. So we got score at least 80,000 points in Team Survivors, chain a 40 defeated combo in Team Slayers. And then we were working on, I think, Team Slayers wins or Team Survivors wins, one of those two. So we were doing the team stuff, and then after that, we were going to break into to groups of 2 and do the other things. So yeah, that was kind of that. Talking about Resident Evil, I would really like to get back and finish Resident Evil 6 on the PS4, just because we kind of got into this and then it kind of stopped. So I'd really like to get back and at least finish up that multiplayer DLC and call it a day on that. But yeah, Resident Evil 5 kind of came out of nowhere. We'll probably try to finish it up this upcoming weekend, but really that one's in no rush to get through, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Then up next, we have Grim Fandango Remastered, another game that kind of came out of nowhere. It's been in my folder to kind of play over the past like 6 months, and I just never got back into it. So when I finished Shadow the Ronin the other night on stream, I was kind of like, I don't know what to play. And then I remembered I put that in my folder to do. So I ended up playing that. I actually really enjoyed playing through that. It was a nice little fun game, even though, you know, it is a Plus game, but you can tell I didn't pick that boy up from Plus because it took me 5 years to get through it. But yeah, it was a nice fun game to play through. I enjoyed the story. Chapter or year 2 was a pain in the ass, but year 3 made up for it because it was super fast. So if you guys are looking for a nice little fun game to play through, I would highly suggest Grim Fandango. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing it. You can get through it in probably about 8 hours. You are gonna have to like read through a guide if you want to get through it the most efficient way, just because there are things that are quote unquote missable in the game, because it's not open world or anything. It's a linear game. And once you get through spots, you can't go back, and there's no checkpoint select or anything because it just plays through, and then you start a new game up. So there are text guides that you can read through that'll get you through all the trophies, which are really useful. Kind of just tells you what to do to get through the game as fast as possible. So just step by step where you have to go and what you have to do. So it was enjoyable. I enjoyed playing through it, but that was Grim Fandango Remastered. Glad to get that done. That's a game that's been in the backlog for quite a while now, so that was really nice to get done. And then up next, we have another game that I've really been talking about doing this on stream a lot recently, but I never really got back to it. And that's Game of Thrones on the PS3. So this is not the Telltale one. This is like the one that's trying to be an actual game. And what had happened is I started to play through this game. And then I realized that I had missed side quests or side objectives or something, and I had missed figurines. There's basically collectibles, and there are like missions or quests that you have to do, or side objectives or something like that that you have to do while you're playing through. And I'd realized that I had missed a few. So I ended up I think I got to chapter 4 or chapter 5 or something like that. And then I was like, I just restarted the game essentially. So I restarted the game, started playing back through. There's a lot of missable stuff in this game, which kind of sucks. But what I'm doing right now is I'm playing through to chapter 15, obviously. and then I'm just kind of getting what I get, but I'm paying attention to these trophies, these chapter-based trophies, because there's these chapter-based trophies for basically every chapter. There was kind of a gap between chapters for chapter 3, 4, and 5. So it went 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's just random stuff. And then there's kind of stuff related to like each character that you have to do, which is not really like the worst, but like you'll see like complete all the secondary objectives of the story is what I'm working on. And then, send 10 recruits to the wall with more. Like there's just things that you kind of have to pay attention to, but it's really not the end of the world when it comes down to it. So yeah, kind of playing through that right now. My goal is to kind of play through, do all the collectibles and the side objectives, or secondary objectives. And then I believe I just got access to side quests as well, so I'll be doing that. And then I already figured out that I'm gonna have to play back through the game another time, so when I play back through the second time is when I'll kind of worry about all the other stuff, because I'm gonna have to play back through for this trophy right here, great teamwork. You have to finish the game without a single ally except the 2 characters you play as being knocked out. So that's not really the worst, but yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of pay attention to that one. So the goal is to just, again, play through right now on stream and then kind of go back after the fact and clean everything up. But that's coming along. There are 2 versions of that game if you're interested. I did make a forum post about this a while back because there was 2 Game of Thrones games. Well, I think there was 4, right? Because you have the 2 Telltale ones and then there was 2 other ones. And I was like, yo, there's this Game of Thrones, the role-playing game, but I had always seen this one right here, which this is the North American version. This is just Game of Thrones. And I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. But yeah, they're essentially the same game. They're the same exact game, just one's NA and one's EU. So we're playing through the EU one right now because I bought it and it's on my PS3. So I'm going to play through that one. But that's Game of Thrones. That's the most current game that I'm playing on stream. And it's going okay, I guess you could say. It's another game that you kind of have to read a guide as you're going through each chapter just to make sure that you're not missing anything. But I don't mind that. I don't mind having my handheld playing through a game. Then up next, we have another game that kind of came out of nowhere, but I've been playing it off stream just because it's super easy, and I've been all about trying to get my completion percentage up right now, and that's MXGP2. I did the multiplayer for this like in 2018 or something, like a while back. Yeah, May of 2018, so about a year and a half ago almost. And yeah, I'm just playing through the career mode right now. I probably should have kept that up. It's a really easy game. You basically play through the career mode. You're going to get a trophy for like winning a race at each course in career mode. And then these are like in any mode win at those ones. And then there's like to do this Monster Energy FIM MXON, whatever the fuck that is, to do it in like certain things. And then there's ones for like using each type of bike, and then, just getting bumped up to MXGP class and career and everything, winning the championship in MXGP class. So it's basically just playing through the career. It is what it is. I'm making progress. I'll probably have it done next weekend for the next trophy talk, but that's a really easy platinum, pretty basic. And then up next, last but not least, the game that I'm going to give the most praise to this week, Drive Club VR. So last week I was ripping on Drive Club VR because I was basically saying it's inexcusable that the game is broken. It was broken. I'm going to let you guys know all right now, it's fixed. So if you haven't done Drive Club or Drive Club VR, the challenges or anything related to the online in the game, or just anything at all, and you want to get it done, I would highly suggest to go do it. Everything for the game is fixed. It's essentially running like how it should be working. So if you haven't done anything in Drive Club VR, I think Drive Club Bikes was working all along, so I can't attest to that one, but I can tell you Drive Club and Drive Club VR were both having issues for the past week or two. I would highly suggest for you guys to go hop on that, get that done, do your challenges, do your online events, do everything that you can do, try to platinum and 100% it, do everything. Anything you can do, because it's all working 100%. I got to give mad props to Sony for that one, because to be honest, I didn't think they were going to fix it. I mean, the game is like, what, a month and a half from being shut down forever. I honestly thought they were just going to leave it in the dust and call it a day, but no, mad props to them for fixing the servers and fixing everything. So really do appreciate that one. So this is, I don't know, I'm going to be doing MXGP 2 first just because I started it, even though I started Drive Club VR first, technically. But yeah, I did hop on tonight and do the challenge trophy, so that's been earned. The only other thing that I have to do online related is the playing 5 multiplayer events, so be doing that in the next week or so. Something that was happening, which I can see there's a forum post about it right here. Game keeps crashing on PS4 Pro. My game was doing this while I was playing through, and I'll talk about this for a few minutes. So I was getting annoyed because I was trying to send challenges last week, and my game kept crashing every time I was trying to play a challenge and send it. It turns out that if your game is crashing every time you start an event, it just means your game save is corrupt. So the one of 2 things you can try to do, well, the one thing you can try to do, I didn't do it, but you can try it, is essentially load up your backed up save from the night before that was saved to the cloud and see if that fixes it. The thing that I had to end up doing, because I didn't have that luxury, was I just deleted all my game save data. So on the PS4, if you go to the options, there's an option for like game save data or something like that. And you want to go to on like this hard drive, and then you can find the game save data for this and you can delete it. Now, I was kind of like on edge about this, but I got to the point where I was like, fuck it, I don't care. It's actually not, it's not bad to do it. And I'll explain why. So there's a trophy in this game for reaching level 60. It's one of the rarest trophies in the game just because it takes so long. Now, a lot of people will tell you that the best way to earn level 60 is to do accolades and challenges and basically earn XP from doing that. So essentially doing so many events perfect, or driving so many miles in this car, or doing so many of these events. When you do that a certain amount of times, you'll unlock accolades, which will then give you XP, basically free XP. So when you delete your game save, it will keep your level. It will keep your club level. It will keep everything tied to the online. So level, club level, all that. But it deletes all your progress that you made in the career mode and all your accolade progress, I'm pretty sure. So what this means is, let's say you're at like level 35, right? And you delete your game save data. But you've played through the whole career. You've basically got all your career trophies. You've got everything career related. You've got all that stuff done. You delete your game save and then you start to play back through the career. Guess what? You're now going to earn extra XP for doing career events, because you're going to earn that XP for beating the career event the first time, and then you'll unlock accolade stuff as well. So it's like an easy way to get XP essentially. So if you're looking at farming XP, you've done the career mode, like literally the only thing you have left is to reach driver level 60, then I would suggest to just delete your game save data and then start over your career mode, and then you'll earn XP from doing it that way. I mean, I don't know if this has been like a suggestion made, but when I deleted my game save data and I saw that, I was like, dude, so I basically deleted my game save data at like level 20. I started my game back up, played through maybe like, I don't know, a few races, like 9 races, I think is what I played through. The first third, not even third, the first 3 like columns of events, which is 9 races. I played through those 9 races. I think I'm already up to like driver level 27. Just in doing those 3 races, between earning XP from the race, accolades, and all that stuff. And before that, before my game froze, I think I was maybe halfway through the career. So I just think it's a good way to earn XP rather than just farming the same race over and over again if it's the last trophy that you have. But after I do MXGP, I think I am going to focus on Drive Club VR. Going to try to get those 5 events done. I'm kind of waiting for Andrew to get his PlayStation camera so we can do them. But yeah, I'm still going to make progress. I might be making trophy guides for this. I really have to debate if I want to do that. But there are definitely things that are that would be able to make guides for, like stopping and looking at the steam train in Scotland, like things like that. Like there are easy things to make guides on. So I'll have to debate. I don't know. I keep wanting to say depend. I'll have to debate if I want to make guides on it. Probably will end up doing it, but it's just when I'll do them. I should probably do them sooner rather than later, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. I know I've been going on for quite some time. What do I plan on playing in the upcoming week? That's a good question. So let me take a sip. So my goal on stream is obviously going to be Game of Thrones. That's going to be a goal to get through. Off stream, I mean, I might also stream Strange Brigade on stream. It just depends when everyone's available. But yeah, those are the 2 games I'm going to be playing on stream, Game of Thrones and Strange Brigade, possibly. Off stream, I'm going to be doing mostly MXGP2, trying to knock that out, and then also Drive Club VR right after that. And then when I'm during those hour or so when I'm working out every, it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday this week, because I didn't do it last night. I'll probably be AFKing Beach Buggy Racing on EU just to try to make progress in that, because like I said, I do want to kind of earn the trophies in half and half and see if it breaks the game, because it's been breaking me recently, so I want to break it. So if I can earn every trophy in this game and not earn the platinum, I will find that to be a success. But yeah, those are like probably my 4 big things this week, or 5 I guess technically. Is MXGP2, definitely can get that done this weekend or for the next video or next week, and then after that Drive Club VR off stream. And then on stream, Game of Thrones, possibly Strange Brigade. Strange Brigade will probably be like half and half on stream, off stream. And then AFK and Beach Buggy Racing, trying to break that. So not too crazy of a week, but you know, we playing some games. And then I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do after those games. I guess I'll leave that for future me. That can be future me's problem. But one thing, I think I talked about this before, but one thing that I want to talk about that's kind of been driving me crazy recently. So over here on the right-hand side in my trophy cabinet, I do this. These are my top 10 rarest platinums. And my goal is to get all of these under sub 1%. Like my first goal was like to get them all under 2%, which I've done. And then I was like, oh, I want to get all sub 1%, which I have 4 so far. And I have 2 more that I can get kind of easily, that being MotoGP 1011 and Gran Turismo 5. There's probably some other ones that I can get pretty easily. Like, let's see if this one is a sub 1%. Oh, I like how I type in GoldenEye and oh, because it's one word. That's almost a sub 1%. But yeah, there's 2 more sub 1% that I could get. I could probably look through and find some more sub 1% that are like quote unquote easy. The NBA Live games, if I actually played them, I could do them. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. What is kind of irritating me about this the most recently is that like Drawn to Death's platinum percentage is like tanking, and I don't know why. Because clearly no one's playing the game. So are they removing people from... I think I've talked about this before. Like, are they removing people from the leaderboards and it's lowering the percentage? Because last time I checked, when they removed people from the leaderboards for cheating platinums, it didn't affect the platinum rarity. Did they change this? Is this a new thing that they changed? I don't know. Another thing that irritates me is this MotoGP platinum is so, like, effed up. Like, if you go to the 100% club, like... Watch, I bet you it's fixed. No, like, look. So if you go to the first achievers, it only goes down to 38. But then it says there's 85 100%ers. And you can, like, there's obviously more. Like, what is going on? And then, yeah, like, look. Latest achiever goes down to 72. And then fastest achiever goes down to 78. They don't even add up. Look, this side adds up, though, now. The first achiever goes down to 84. But then it just stops at 30. I'm so confused. Like, it's missing people. That's so weird. So weird. Anyway, that's just like something weird that I saw one day. I was like looking through that. I was like, what is going on? What is this doing? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. That's what I plan on playing in the upcoming week. Nice, quick, little easy video. I know you guys usually enjoy these being a little longer than 30 minutes. I know people really want me to hit that hour mark, but I say it all the time. I cannot hit the hour mark unless I have like topics to talk about. I mean, I could sit here and talk about my trophy list for hours on end, but like I don't really want to do that right now because there's really no reason for me to do that right now. And B, I don't want to right now, basically. No, I mean, maybe I'll make a video when I hit like 100 or 200 platinums. I probably should have made a video when I hit like 100 platinums to just kind of go through my list and reflect back on stuff. Maybe I'll do that at 200. If you guys want to see that type of video, let me know. I guess 200 would be the next one that I would do. I feel like you wouldn't do one in between then, but I don't know. But yeah. if I make a video like that, it's going to be like 3 hours long because I'm going to like reflect back on every single platinum that I ever got, and it's going to be really bad and every game on my list. So yeah, we would be there for quite a while. But if you guys would be interested in that type of video, do let me know, and then I'll make it when the time comes around. I guess the last thing that I want to talk about, and I don't really want to talk about it. I feel like I beat this shit out of it every time I talk about it. Basically, like I really want to get done this Assassin's Creed franchise, man. And I haven't been playing them, and I know I keep talking about it, but I really just want to get every single one of these games done. It's been like, I've just wanted to do it for so freaking long, and I'm not doing it, and it's bugging me. So I don't know if that's something that I'm going to work on upcoming, because I know that there's going to be a new Assassin's Creed game coming out this year. I'm really waiting for them to remaster 1. I mean, that's literally like what's waiting for like the floodgate to open for me to do like all the Assassin's Creeds, is for them to just remaster AC1, because I want to play them in order again. That's just me being like autistic, but you know, it is what it is. I really should sit down and play back through the AC4 multiplayer on PS3. That's the last multiplayer that I have to do. So that might be something that I do on stream after Game of Thrones, is kind of playing that wolf pack on stream, because it's going to be like 20 hours to get to max level. It's going to be a lot of playing. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. But anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. That's what I plan on playing in the upcoming week. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff. My Twitter, my Twitch, my Platinum Trophy playlist, where I've posted every Platinum Trophy that I've earned over the past few years. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, let me know down in the comments below what you guys have been playing, any games that you're looking forward to, any games you're looking forward to on the PS5. I haven't really been paying attention to that news recently, so I don't know what's going to be coming out on the PS5 or the PS4 or whatever. I'm not really sure. I'm just looking forward to playing some games. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, let me know any games that you guys are looking forward to, what you've been playing, or anything like that. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. If you did like it, be sure to like the video, and I hope to see you guys all around sometime soon.